Jason?
Jason Ashby, North
Jason,
American
good to
Class
see you
President.
again.
Julien.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for flying out to Montreal. I appreciate you coming out here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, I know
Thank
you
you so
wanted
much
you-
for having me.
I wanted you to be able to meet Julian.
C'est votre première fois ici à Montréal?
Yes, bonjour. I'm sorry I don't really speak much French, but
Oh,
je m'appelle Hannah Artille of ICSC. That's about the extent of my French today.
I was expecting, je pensais qu'on serait en français aujourd'hui.
Okay, that sounded like a question. I was expecting some French.
Yeah, just someone coming up to his talent. He's just expecting someone to speak his language.
You do
Okay,
business here in Montreal, or?
You know, personally, I don't. I've had a relationship with Jason in the US right now. However, we do have an office in Montreal. We have several different IT people and salespeople with the same kind of experience that I have down on the ground speaking French, and they'd be happy to help you out in any way that we can. So I kind of clear that up. You know I don't speak French today, but we do have that availability for you.
Okay.
Julian, you know my French sucks. So.
Okay, so we'll do it. I can certainly accommodate in English.
Okay, fantastic. But I want to make sure you guys have a copy of my business card.
Appreciate it.
And before we get started, I've met with you already before, Jason, but I'd love to get to know you guys a little bit better. We met last time and you told me that you love to go on walks with your dog, go on hikes with your dog, but I'd love to ask you as well. I actually brought it in French.
Qu'est-ce que vous aimez faire le week-end?
What you like to do on the weekends.
We're a winter country, so a lot of winter sports. This is what I like to do, but interesting. I'm just curious today because Jason seems very excited about your virtual desktop that I never heard before. So
Okay, yeah. Tell me what the excitement is and.
Well, so I know we went over, we got everything set up down in the U.S. We got that set up last week, and everything's rocking and rolling. And so I wanted you to come up here to be able to meet Julian.
Of course,
to be able to
yeah.
talk with
And
him
thank
about-
you so much for giving me this time. Before we get into that though, I want to go ahead and kind of introduce myself and tell you a little bit more about myself. But tell me first, what kind of sports do you like to do? You said you're into snow sports and.
Ouais, je fais du ski. I do ski.
Very
Skiing,
okay.
alpine ski, and a lot of snowshoe So this is we're trying to enjoy winter.
Absolutely, very
It
cool.
lasts a couple of months, so might as well enjoy it.
Might as well enjoy it. Well, I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I do in my free time, specifically my Sundays. I spend every Sunday with a bunch of 3-year-olds. I'm a Sunday school teacher, and I absolutely adore them. And this past Sunday, actually, even the Sunday before I met Jamie, I was looking around the room and I noticed that all of my 3-year-olds were playing with plastic toys. So I did some research. Turns out that North American Plastics supplies the plastic for almost every single one of their toys that they were playing with, which is amazing. I look over in the corner, I see 3 little ones playing with some plastic building blocks. And those building blocks sparked an idea not only for my meeting with Jamie, my meeting with Bobby, my meeting with you, Jason, but now my entire relationship with North American Plastics, because you guys are the foundation of society, or the building blocks of society, and without you, we would all surely crumble. So I'm sure you guys agree with that, and I'm so honored and humbled to be able to meet with you today. And I want to make sure that 20 minutes is okay?
Yeah, that's what we have. Yeah.
Great. Well, I set up a little agenda in order to add the most value for you guys in that time. Go ahead,
But
sir.
actually, I'm just curious to go right away because we're here. He told me he's excited about that. So jump right away to that. That's what I want to hear.
Okay, yeah. So I want to go ahead and just go through recap all the things that we've already discussed and how you guys have already implemented some different things. And then we can go into talking about how Citrix could help you guys move forward, advance the business, grow the business, and then we can talk about some next steps. Is that all right with you guys?
So I believe we explained that when we were last meeting, but we run a very decentralized model at North American Plastics.
Okay.
And so more of a servant leadership type mentality. So I knew the software would definitely help out all of our locations. We got it implemented, but really I want to let my business leaders like Julian to make their own decisions. And so
Absolutely.
He's really the one that I want to make sure he's comfortable before we proceed with this and here in Montreal.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's it. I know you've been discussing on general things, but it's more specific for what we need here.
All right, yeah, I'd love to get into that. Is there a specific concern I can answer now?
Concern, no, but actually we're just working on something big project, so this is what we need. Timing is super good, actually,
Okay.
because we're working on a bid right now, so.
All right. Well, I'd love to get into that. Like I said, we can answer some questions for you. Is it all right if I get started and go through the little agenda I set today?
Okay, good.
Great. Well, like I said, those building blocks sparked an idea in my mind for my relationship with North American Plastics.
Mhm.
And so I thought today we could work through a set of our own building blocks. We've already set a foundation together, but today let's go ahead and build on top of that, reach some of the goals that we addressed today, and see how Citrix can help you do that. Is that all right with you guys?
Je voulais plus parler, j'avais pensé mon projet, yeah, I'm just curious to see, because for me it's more like, we have a project for the 3D, so this is what the rendering, so this is what I wanna look at.
Okay, so it's a 3D project that you guys are most concerned with today.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And can you tell me a little bit about why and how and go into it a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Actually, it's an opportunity that we have to work with medical device implants to provide the material for several state-of-the-art spinal cord implants.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and this could be potentially a huge opportunity, because it could possibly be paraplegic to get to walk again. So that could be huge. So whoever supplied that.
Yeah, I mean
It's a good
that's huge
opportunity.
for North American Plastics, I'm sure, moving forward. And can you tell me a little bit more about what do you necessarily looking for as far as software is concerned in order to implement that medical device implants, be able to create those?
Why exactly? Actually, whoever supplies that needs to have the very expensive computer 3D rendering capabilities to work along with those medical device company to be able to analyze the designs for.
I know Jason and I talked about around $20,000 for each device, is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's
There's
including the
another-
hardware as well as the software to be able to handle the rendering capabilities.
Right. So is it an extra amount for the software, or is it just all 20,000?
That covers both the hardware
Okay.
and the software.
Okay. And if you guys didn't have to, if you didn't have to spend all that money on the hardware and the software, would there be somewhere else in this project that you could put that money?
Probably, but still, talk to me about the capabilities, or are you doing that right now in Montreal or in Canada? Have you done any business with other guys in
Okay,
Canada on
so
this?
you're just asking if we've done some other business in Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Exactly.
personally, I have not, but I know that our organization is up there and we're down on the ground. We are very successful. Our Montreal office is doing very well there.
Mhm.
And we do work with 400,000 companies worldwide in over 100 different countries. So we are all over the world, and I'm hoping I can show you those stats, show you our credibility in a little bit.
Mhm.
Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, it's interesting to see, but specifically for 3D's rendering, have
Right.
you done anything, or do you have any cases or
Yeah,
examples?
you know what?
for
I'll
me?
go ahead and show you that now. So you're just asking if personally if I've had any cases, or if North American
Yeah.
Plastics?
It's a big concern, like it's a big move for us, big investment. We wanna make sure we can provide, we have the ability to provide this to
Absolutely.
our customers, so yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'll show you this right now. I worked personally with the Red Bull Formula One racing group. So they are working on cars, not necessarily medical devices, so a
Which
little
kind
bit
of game?
different.
Yeah.
But they have people in the warehouse, they have people in every single country working on this one project, one car with one person driving it. And then they have people on the track who have to have access to all the information on the car, how it works, how to fix it. And we've been able to provide that for them via some 3D modeling. It's maybe a little bit different than what you guys are looking for. However, it is that same very advanced technology. And I would love when I go into showing the actual product how we're going to be able to help you use that advanced technology
Yeah.
on maybe some outdated
And do you have
hardware.
any Canadian example? Or, because I know there's some challenge when we cross the border, some challenges that has been created when you go up north. So,
Yeah,
do you
okay.
have any specific things? What can you do for our Montreal operation?
Okay, so you're just asking how we're going to be able to help you specifically in
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah, I mean, we've worked in every single country, like I said, all the 100 countries that we're working in,
Yeah.
and we're going to be able to help you out the same way that I was able to help out the Formula One Red Bull racing. It's not going to be a difference,
Mhm.
depending on what country you're in. You're going to get the same exact sort of service. We are the full partner. Does that help you feel more comfortable with how we're going to provide for you in Canada?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? I want to go through, make sure that we've recapped all the things that we've already gone over as far as how Citrix has been able to help you thus far. I talked about those building blocks, and I want to, I brought them with me. I want to use them as a visual representation of what we're trying to accomplish today. Little side note, I know you guys are big on recycling. These blocks were, I did some research, specifically made from your recycled plastics from your Chicago plant. So I thought that was pretty neat, but like I said, visual representation of what we're trying to accomplish today.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about that available information, inventory and financial information that you guys are going to have everywhere, increase your sales on all the different hardware platforms that you already have. So we save money for you guys that way. We're going to try to help you in that way as well as far as hardware is concerned. And we also talked about the recycling information that your customers are able to see now. And then we went into a little bit about that 3D modeling and the $20,000 per machine. Is all of that still correct?
I was not, for me, it's really specifically for 3D
Yeah,
rendering.
absolutely. Okay.
Well, I know, so the inventory, the recycling data, all of that helps each of our locations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know specifically in Montreal, this project that we're working on, or that Julian's working on, it's worth millions.
Absolutely,
Not
okay.
just millions, but like we're going to be saving lives, be able to help people to walk again with these spinal implants. And so we need to be able to see those drawings properly to be able to visualize what material we need to use, the size and everything else to be able to get those parts made for that customer. And so $20,000 is just for us to even like bid on this opportunity.
Absolutely.
And so we want to, as much as we can cut that back, but we don't want to go with something that doesn't work because
Right.
Exactly.
Saving lives here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's,
Sure.
so, yeah.
I'd love to, kind of recap what we've already talked about. You talked about the 3D modeling today.
Mhm.
I recapped what we talked about in our past meetings and how we've already been able to kind of help you sort through your own offices right now in the U.S. But I'd love to recap the medical devices and being able to use those for 3D modeling and the $20,000 that we talked about. If I could show you something that would be able to allow you to create medical devices and be able to do that 3D modeling on the hardware that you already have, would that be something you'd be interested in hearing more about?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic.
Cost is obviously a challenge as well,
Right,
because
yeah,
it's
tell
a
me.
risky opportunity,
Okay.
and we need to make sure, I need to convince my executive that it worths the investment for sure.
Right, and tell me, is there a specific concern with cost? And we've already touched on it a little bit.
Actually, but no, not more specific than
Okay.
what was addressed.
Great, well, I'll let to go into it. And is it all right if I go ahead and introduce Citrix to you?
Yeah.
Great. Well, I hope that this can kind of show you our credibility moving forward. Like I said, we work with 400,000 companies worldwide in over 100 different countries, and 98% of the Fortune 500 companies
Mhm.
trust Citrix to lower their IT costs and to make their employees' lives much easier, which I'm hoping we can share with you today. The product that we'd be providing for you, which you've already seen a little bit of, is the Citrix Virtual Desktop. And so how that's going to help you with the 3D modeling is your employees, those that are doing this 3D modeling,
Mhm.
are going to be able to tap into that very, very advanced technology from anywhere, at any time, on any device. Doesn't matter if it's a 15-year-old PC,
Mhm.
that technology is going to be able to be able to be used very efficiently. And the way that we do that is through Citrix. You can tap in to a more advanced workspace. And so I'd love to show you the actual product itself, the product behind all of our success.
Mhm.
And I don't have the 3D modeling on here today. However, I can show you kind of how we're going to be able to provide that for you anyways. I'm going to go ahead and give you a stylus. Who would you like to be the one that goes ahead with the demo?
I can try. So,
Alright.
do you have all this in French or?
Yeah, okay, so you're just wondering
So-
if you have it in other languages?
Yes, exactly. If we
Okay.
need to support, because for the users here in Montreal, it's going to be
Right.
mainly in French.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
We have an option. It's called the language bar. It's just a little icon at the top in the settings. You can hit it, and it will completely translate all of Citrix Virtual Desktop into French or any language that you'd like to use. So does that clarify how we're going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Great.
Ça a l'air intéressant. Ça peut, ouais. Just,
Alright, well,
I'll
thank
try.
you. So go ahead and hit Citrix, the Citrix Receiver app.
Here we go.
Yeah. And that's going to take you to your login and password, and it's very secure. We do a two-way authentication system, which I can go into if you guys are worried about security, but go ahead and hit next for now. All right. And that's going to take you to your virtual desktop. And I want to point out that this is an Apple iPad, and there are Windows applications being used on here. So the reason why I want to show you that is because it doesn't matter the platform you're using, you're going to be able to tap into whatever workspace that is going to be most efficient for you guys personally. And I know, Jason, that you guys have been using this a little bit, but go ahead and hit that Excel. Okay? And like any other Excel you've ever seen, and it's being used on an Apple iPad, like I said. So that's kind of how we'd be able to help you there. Do you see how this product might be able to give you that 3D modeling capabilities and maybe alleviate some of that cost in the $20,000 per hardware?
So those look like apps that you're clicking on. So is the 3D modeling capabilities that you guys have, is that come as an app that he would be accessing?
Okay, so tell me what you mean by that. Just that it's an application, it's not necessarily a full software.
So the major expense in that 20,000 isn't just the hardware, it's
Right.
mainly the software to be able to process it.
Okay,
So are we having to purchase that software still and then use that, or are you providing the 3D rendering?
Okay, no, I actually, with our advanced technology, it's with the premium edition of Citrix, we're going to be able to provide that software for you as well. I know you guys are using the $75 per month right now. However, the more premium edition version of Citrix is going to give you that capability. Does that answer your question?
Is how many do you need here that are going to be using this?
We'll need 4 users here.
4 users, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the math on that and show you guys the price. So here is our pricing sheet, and I'll give this to you to take a look at. Let's see here. Right after this page, there we go. So this is the premium edition. It goes into what that exactly offers. But with that, you said you needed 4. That's going to be somewhere around $14,000 to $15,000 a year. So $15,000 a year to be able to have 4 users, and they're going to have access to that, be able to use your hardware you already have access to that software, instead of breaking the bank with the $20,000 per software, which would be, $80,000 instead.
Ok, c'est quand même plus que je pensais. Faut que je regarde ça.
Do you guys see how we'd be able to save you that money?
Yeah, so I think it's 14,880, so it's much better savings for you. But I just want to make sure that you're comfortable with the 3D for your bidding process.
So you showed me Red Bull. Do you have another example, or how does it work? Like, you have other people using it?
Tell me what you'd like to see.
More medical related.
More medical related? Yeah. Okay. And I don't actually have the testimonial on me right now, but I do know that we work in the US, and I know in other countries with a lot of different medical fields. We work in hospitals, we work with doctors. We want to make sure in hospitals that everybody, the nurses, the doctors, the staff are all on the same page. And that's something that Citrix kind of allows in the medical field. So we have worked in the medical field. Don't have the testimonial on me right now, but I will make sure I get it over to you after this meeting.
Okay.
So you can be more reassured with that. Does that make you feel better about how we're going to help you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'd like to go ahead and we could get you signed up with those 4 premium editions. I do have a contract here if you'd like to sign today.
Okay, I thought we could go get back to you maybe later. We can have we can have a discussion and.
It's your business, you're calling.
Okay, well, I would like to show you, and tell me what's stopping you right now from signing on the dotted line.
It's a big move, or would it be possible to do a trial or something like that?
Okay, so you'd be more comfortable doing a trial run?
Yeah.
All right, let me grab that for you. We actually do a 3-month free trial, and we can set that up. This is the contract for that. We could get that started for you right away. At the end of 3 months, we'll come back, meet, see how you like it, see how things are going, and we can go from there. How does that sound?
Why not for you to get started on these bids?
Yeah.
I know it's happening very soon.
So a trial is it could be maybe a lower risk at the beginning. We could try to see how it goes.
Right, like I said, build up to your goals. So here you are.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to meet you guys today.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep the signatures with a lot.
Yeah.
Gonna hang that on my wall. Thank you guys. That was great.
Like the building blocks.
Thank you. I normally use them. I have 4 more in here. I normally use them a lot more, but I think I did.
Good example.
Thank you. Yeah. Wasn't sure what I was coming into. A lot of 3D stuff. Good thing I did my research. All right, thank you guys.
Merci.
Good luck for the rest of them.
You going to Disney now?
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Time's up.
Thanks. Yeah.